everybody, here to do this week's energy read of the week. I'm not even going to use the cards yet. I'm going to just dive right into what is going on in the collective consciousness right now. The sun is in Leo, fire sign of action, leadership, manifesting, courage, bravery, outside our comfort zone type stuff. And the moon is in Cancer, which is sort of the opposite of that, which is about Cancer is the most emotional of all of the water signs. So that energy is about feeling and diving into your deep emotional pool. And this is a great opportunity for a lot of growth for a lot of people, whether it's thinking about manifesting a new job or a new way of making money or any type of other goal related to the outside physical. This is a great time for that. But make sure you create a plan that you want to really harness this Leo energy by visualizing or whatever you need to do to sort of get to your vision of what you want to manifest, and then write it down. Because then once the sun goes out of Leo, you'll be able to still carry that energy that you harnessed forward. Now, that being paired with the Cancer moon is a great opportunity for inner emotional work and inner emotional healing. So that Leo energy will give us the courage and the drive and maybe more of a desire to move through some of the unhealed aspects that we all have. Where's my doggy SpongeBob there? He likes to make a cameo. Hey, Sponge. Hey, say hi. He's old, he's got cancer, but he's still my soulmate. So moving in through difficult healing work that maybe you weren't quite ready for before, or you didn't yet have the courage to. That Cancer moon is he's gonna lay down right here. He likes the energy of when I do readings. Of being in your feels at the same time, make sure that you will not do or spiritually bypass things that need to be felt so that you can really do a true healing. And healing is not like, there's a starting line and a finish line. It's a journey. And when we're ready to do a little bit more of it, the distance changes a little bit. But that's okay. So this is, before I even get into the cards, I don't use the cards usually for any of my readings unless people request it. But that's the first major theme on the collective consciousness right now. Transcending, transmuting, pushing forward, overcoming old challenges. But as long as you bring that Cancer energy of the feeling and staying connected to yourself, you're going to do important work. It's one thing to, to spend a week or so on something and then tell yourself, oh, I'm good to go. But sometimes the triggers, they come up at certain times when we least expect it, holidays or anniversaries or times like that. So this is a great opportunity for moving forward in all kinds of areas of your life. So I'm going to just stay on the same theme and see what else Spirit has to say about this for the collective. And we've been talking about new action, pushing through old barriers. Oh, these are great cards, and these really fit the collective. When I say the collective, I mean all of our thoughts as individuals, they create energy, and that energy doesn't stay in the mind. Those thoughts go into the collective consciousness, and it's sort of an interweb of energy that we all create. So that's why these, I always talk about mass meditations that do create a tremendous impact on the collective consciousness. That's true. So when I do these readings, I'm tapping into the collective consciousness of light. I choose to not spend a whole lot of time, if any, connected to the lower vibration, dark energy interweb. That's not an area that I like to spend any time in. I spent enough time there, let's see, from age birth to about 30, so I don't need to visit there anymore. So back to the topic of moving forward with things, and also staying in touch with the feelings of it inside. Alignment. So there's a lot of alignment going on, and I tell you, alignment does not always feel good. It's also the process of identifying that is not something I like about myself, that I want to continue moving forward. I'm talking in terms of like behaviors or maybe type of people that you're dating. There's a lot of energy of alignment. And also, it's interesting, you can see on the card there's a sword. There's a lot of great symbols on here. The sword, which is, I see as a symbol of cutting cords to things that no longer serve. There's been a lot of that this week. I can't tell you how much of that there's been. A lot of people severing cords with things and people that we really thought had a different energy about them. So more truth is being revealed about people and things and ways of thinking, and a lot of it's shocking to see. But in order to align, you still have to see it. Now, there's a heart here made out of light. So this is done with the intentions of love. And you can see, there's angel wings here, and there's that golden light, which is always the symbol of, God, he or she self, strong spiritual vibration, higher consciousness, connection to spirit. So a lot of energy around alignment is going on this week. And remember that it doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, but as long as you keep putting one foot in front of the other, you'll keep growing. And even when the steps forward, if they feel uncomfortable or you feel maybe shame about some things that you're letting go that are no longer you, that's still part of alignment, okay? The next card I got was Soulcraft. So in this process, there's a lot of people looking into, and I've felt this already too, a lot of people looking for their purpose or to manifest their purpose, or maybe they don't know their purpose and they're trying to figure out what their purpose is. On a soul level, we all have a soul craft. I've never heard it described that way, but we do. Just like some people are gifted at certain things, everybody that's human that comes from the light has some type of soul craft that they are meant to use here. Now, does that mean everybody needs to be a CEO and be financially successful and abundant? No. Some people's soul craft is interpersonal things, or to choose a different path for maybe their family line. Everyone has their own version of what their soul purpose is. And that is also realigning with a lot of this energy. And this Leo energy is bringing that, it's making it, more intense. And you see all that golden light. So there is also a big helping this week of intensity involved in this. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, it's okay to take a step back. You don't have to do all the healing all at once. Make sure that you are getting enough sleep. I know it's hard for some people when there's a fire and moon's in a fire sign. But always go back to your basic self-care needs as you're moving through this. The more you nurture yourself and become comfortable, and also nurturing, this gold is speaking about the solar plexus chakra, which is yellow, this yellow color, and also is where we carry our purpose and identify our purpose. I felt guided to wear the yellow today. I guess now I know why. Because we're talking about purpose. So when figuring out your purpose, your purpose is what you're good at, what the world needs, what you're passionate about. Something that you're going to get up and go, oh, I get to do this today, not, oh man, when is Friday coming? And also, that you can earn a living. That's your purpose is going to be in the middle of that. And it's, a lot of people have a lot of dreams about a lot of things, and that's great. But we can't save the world ourselves. So I always suggest it's better to sort of narrow it down to what your main focus is. Now, anybody can always branch off and do other types of things, but focus, 80% of your energy, or that's the ideal situation, is to focus about 80% of your energy on your main soul purpose. Now, I understand. I was a single mom for I have two daughters. My entire, they were toddlers when we divorced. So I know what it's like to have a job that you need just to pay the bills. I'm not saying that this is an easy thing or that it's going to be instantaneous. So I know what it's like to have a job that I don't like. I had no passion for. But I had 2 little girls at home that I had to feed and get school clothes for. So I know what that's like. But always keep your dreams in the back of your mind. Even back in those days. I wasn't aware of it at the time, but I was already preparing for my purpose. Some of my hobbies that I was drawn to. Places I would go with my children. Conversations that we would have. It was all preparing me for this purpose of being an inspirational spiritual person, a medium and a psychic and a healer who uses her gifts to truly help others heal and become empowered. That's my mission. I'm way more interested in being inspiring people than anybody admiring me. I don't like to be out. I don't like it when people recognize me. I just want to be old normal Christina, and I'll usually tell some, raunchy joke that would, from coming from Boston, that's how we lighten things up, and then I instantaneously become an average normal person. I just want to inspire. I don't want to be admired. And that's also coming up for Leo. Leo energy also, it carries a lot of ego with it. That doesn't mean that you have to align with it. But recognize where your ego is, and you can't kill it. People that say, "Oh, I killed my ego," you can't. It's always there as an inspiration or a drive in some way, and you can't kill it. You can't kill any part of your soul. You can choose to just let it not drive and sit in the back seat. Now, the third card I got was that around this transformation and new pushing forward and inner healing work is light beings. And if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I do talk about different light beings, the good guys, not the creepy little rubbery gray guys with big eyes that cut up cows and poke people. No. But there's other light beings here like the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the Syrians. Go on YouTube and Google different types of star seeds. You'll get a whole bunch of information. There's also angels around us. There's also our ancestors around us. So this Cancer moon will bring up a lot of emotion. So people that have sensitivities of paranormal type, those will become more enhanced when anytime the Cancer energy is brought up. So if you find that you're picking up on energy around you, don't freak out. It's probably just you're more aware of your angels that are always around us. If everybody really knew how much our angels are around us, some people might really get freaked out. Like, people don't realize we have way more than one. So I get a lot of messages, can you tell me who my spirit guide is? And I'm like, well, how many do you want to meet? Because we have quite a few. They each serve a different purpose. So that'll wrap up this week's Energy Read of the Week. Stay connected to that Leo drive. Make sure that you know where your ego is. Make sure that you're going to be able to harness this energy after the sun leaves Leo. So write down, manifest a vision board, whether it's a notebook, however you keep track of things in your phone, on an app. Whatever works. And also, don't leave the feelings behind. Make sure you tap into the feelings and process that along with this new growth. And those paired together, you'll transcend a whole lot. So thanks for tuning in. There are lots of different options, different types of readings. I have a Metaphysical Shop. This is one of my orgone pendants that helps repel EMFs, which are emitted from phones, which I tend to use a lot. And lots of different readings, events, lots of specials, and lots on sale at eaglemedicinepsychicreadings.com. So thanks for tuning in this week. Have a great one.